Thanks to the support as a channel member, Boston United FM. Yeah, we got one for you, one for me today. Yeah, the one for me. St Albans in the FA Cup. I know it's only the second qualifying round, but I've managed them before in an alternative universe. Yeah, don't worry yourself. Yeah, if I try and explain that to you, that's going to break a few rules of physics and stuff. But we'll play them because I like the look of that. But then we've got a top of the table clash against Bromsgrove. That's one for you. If we win that, we're looking at doing a back-to-back promotion, which that's lovely for everyone. Hello and welcome to part 11 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have those two games I was just telling Mrs Wearmouth about. We're away against St Albans in the FA Cup, and we're at home against Bromsgrove Sporting in the league. Since you were last with me, we have continued to score all of the goals. We've had that month you get in non-league, the month of cup games. We've not played a lot of league football since you were last with me, but we are charging through the FA Cup, as you can see, into the second qualifying round. Mrs Wearmouth, I think, is looking for the first round proper. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a bit of a challenge. We're playing against St Albans are in the National League, but we're also doing well in the Southern League Cup, the FA Trophy, and we're still in all of these things, and they are all important when it comes to finances. Well, the finances, not spectacular, but still okay at the moment. We're still in a positive balance, but you can see the projection is not looking good for the end of the season. So we need a cup run in something, and fingers crossed that's what we get today in the FA Cup with that run continuing. But this is what the league table looks like. So we are top, joint top with Bromsgrove. It's a two-horse race between us and them. We've got a game in hand on them, and we play them now. So we could end up looking pretty good for promotion already if that goes our way in the second half of the episode. But St Albans first, and this is the team we're putting out there for that game. We're going with Wright in goal, a back four of Bachelor, Expiteta, Davis, Mir and Ogungbo. Slam dunk on the left in the midfield with Cisse and Kieran Hodgkinson alongside him. Davey on the right, and then Pritchard and Beereth up front is my new partnership. As you can see, 12 goals apiece this season. I love Henry Barton as much as the next guy, but these two are a bit special together. Talking of a bit special as well, Kieran Hodgkinson has been called up for the, I think was it England under 19s or England under 21s or something. I mean, he got called up for one of the squads. Is he in that squad? No, he can't be in the under 21s. No. Could it be the under 18s? There he is. He's in the under 18s. Kieran Hodgkinson is an England under 18 international, which is very nice to see. Shows he's almost certainly far too good for us. So expect him to leave at the end of his youth contract at the end of this season. He's got no interest in signing a contract extension with us, and I imagine even a promotion is not going to stop that happening. So he's likely to be leaving at the end of the year. I don't think we're going to be able to get a fee for him by selling him earlier. We could probably try, but I think it's probably unlikely that we're going to get. I mean, I don't know. What's the best thing to do? Just let him leave for free at the end, but help us get promoted first? Or if Palace come in, they're not going to offer us a fee because none of these teams do. But if they come in January and offer us nothing for him, should we say, okay, but give us a 50% sell on and a friendly and let him go early with a sell on, knowing that'll benefit us later? It's all very tricky. Or a loan back. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. What would you do? But I've already told you the team. Let's go and play the game, and hopefully get one over one of my former teams, or one of my former stomping grounds. Remember back before the world went to bleep? I've got a bleeper. I don't know why I do that. Before the world went wrong, and I used to be able to go and visit the teams that I was working with in Football Manager. St Albans is one of those teams who did kindly invite me down to a game at their ground, and they actually gave me a season ticket, which I never really used. But thank you, St Albans, of a few years ago for the season ticket. They gave me a sticker book. It was lovely. They treated me really nicely, and then we left them after about 20 games of non-league to legend and kind of forgot they existed, which I do get pangs of guilt about. But they'll always have a soft spot in my heart, along with the likes of Nuneaton, Kings Lynn, even Kettering this year reached out to me and said, we'd love to have you down for a game. Obviously, we can't. But they've said the offer is still there. There's still an open offer to go down to a game, even when all this is said and done, even though I'm not managing them anymore. So Non-league teams are lovely, is the moral of the tale, and St Albans definitely an example of that. All that being said, would love to knock them out of the FA Cup and ruin their day, because we need the money more than they do. Probably. There's a chance they might need the money more than we do, because we do have a background underwriter, sugar mummy. People say sugar mummy. It feels wrong saying it that way round. I feel unclean. Do I need to edit this out? Should we just forget the FA Cup and start the episode with the Bromsgrove game? That might work better. Slam Dunk has scored. It's 1-0. It's his 8th goal of the season. A header from the 5'3" superstar winger to put us ahead against St Albans. It's a lovely header as well. Let's have a look at it. It's supposed to be from the other angle, but this isn't behind the goal at all. I don't know why we're getting it from the same angle. Are they tents at the back of the terracing? Hang on. What's going on here? So we have terracing. They look like tents. Are there people living in tents at the back of the terrace? If not, what on earth are they? Weird. 1-0 though. Love it. I need to know what they are. Let me know down in the comments. Slam Dunk's shattered, so we'll bring on Vanderlaan. The dugout is useful sometimes. Good work, Mark. Good suggestion. Davis probably needs to come off next. In the interests of fitness, let's see if Mr Wearmouth suggests that as well. Mir with a lovely header forward, although it doesn't actually end up going towards a home shirt. And St Albans with the first real attack and a highlight we've seen from them, but we win the ball back relatively easy through Vanderlaan, and that's a lovely flick on from Pritchard. Bit of sin, and that's what I mean about these two working well together, because they're both so good in the air, and they can both play the target man role, although that's not how we play them. But Pritchard is just dominant in the air, and this is brilliant from Pritchard. I am a convert to target men. For years, I've been telling you I won't play over target man because I hate it. But certainly at this level and with this player, Pritchard is a joy to watch when he does stuff like that. Vanderlaan with the free kick, and it goes just wide. And we do need to take Davis off. Come on, Mark. Are you going to suggest that to me, or am I going to have to do it myself on 70 minutes? Ridiculous. What's the point of having an assistant manager if I have to manage the fitness of my own players? Pritchard can also come off for Barton. Swap those two round. Beerith can now become the target man, and Barton gets 20 minutes back in the team again. We've actually played him out wide a couple of times recently, because we still don't really have a right midfielder. You can see Davies playing there today, and we've played Whittaker out there quite a lot this season. If that's how Barton ends up staying in the team, then so be it. It seems a little bit harsh on a striker who scored nearly 50 goals for us last season in all competitions, but we've upgraded. We got promoted and we upgraded. I'd like to keep him around though. So play out wide. You'll love it. It's nice out there. We just won 2-0 against a team. I think they're in the National League South, so only one division above us, but it does bode well for next year. That we've done that relatively comfortably. Obviously, next year we're not likely to have Davis, we're not likely to have Hodgkinson, but we are going to hopefully have Pritchard, because he's the first player at the club to sign a long-term contract, because he's the best player who would agree to one. He's under contract for a year, like 18 months from now, with an optional extra year as well. So Pritchard, that's how much I'm enjoying my target man. We've got him here for the next 3 years potentially. Right, we get a little bit of money in from the FA Cup run, which is always welcome. There'll be a draw coming up in a second as well, which I'll probably show you if it comes up before the Bromsgrove game, and then we will go and play Bromsgrove. So it is draw time. I mean, it's the third qualifying round. I don't really know why I'm showing you it. It's not overly interesting, unless we'd have got Kettering. Kettering would have been lovely. You know what? We're just going to draw all the teams. It's rather than showing you everything as it happens. Where are we? There we are. Home are away against Merthyr. Merthyr Town, who are in the league below us. I think Division 1 South is the league below us. This is the one we got promoted out of, isn't it? No, we would have been Southern League North or so. Either way, they're worse than we are. We should be able to beat them. Fingers crossed, we make our way into the fourth qualifying round of the FA Cup, which is then one step away from the first round proper. And as you can see, we've got a spell of just cup games coming up again. If we win that, the fourth qualifying round probably comes in around there. Madness. Major news, folks. I don't want to get too excited just yet, but there's not currently any clubs interested in Harrison Davis. So I went in and have offered him a contract. He actually discussed contract terms with him, and we've offered him a 1-year contract. So that's the maximum we could do, with an optional 1-year contract extension, which is the maximum we could do. But we could potentially have him on a real contract for the next year and a half, which means, A, we get a player who could potentially, he's apparently already playing at League One level. So we have an awesome player, but also potentially we can sell him, which would be awesome as well. Beautiful stuff. So he's obviously staying in the team for the game against Bromsgrove Sport. And we have brought Whittaker back in on the right-hand side, but that's the only change from the team that you've just seen play against, who was it? St Albans, that team you used to manage, Kev. Remember that? They gave you a sticker book, man. Goodness me. Right, let's, what are we going to do? Pick up where we left off last time out, because we did play very well against St Albans, bearing in mind they were a team from a higher level, and we put in a very good performance. And like I was mentioning before, if we can grab a win in this one, this does start to look very good for another promotion season. And there's actually quite a good turnout here at Homewood today. They're still socially distanced because, you know, they behave themselves, but there's quite a few people here. And Beerith has put us ahead with his 14th goal of the season after only 3 minutes. Why is there turns? Right, here's a question. I know it's all about the grounds today. This turnstile here, what's the point of it when you just walk around it? Why have that with the turnstile and the little gate that you can shut, and then an 8-foot gap there that literally someone walk in? I need to get involved in designing these grounds. I know that gets a little bit Premier Manager on the Mega Drive if we're designing our own grounds in Football Manager. I know people ask for it, but you know, I don't think Alex Ferguson designed Old Trafford. It's not traditional Football Manager fare, but there are a few bits I'd tweak, like making sure that people had to pay to get in rather than just being able to walk around the turnstile. You can't do it at this end. Even if you want to go from here and get out to the bins, it looks like you got to go all the way out and around the ground. So it's only at the other end. It's only the away fans who can get in for free, and none of them have. To be fair, they're all honest or not here, which I guess that's good honesty from Bromsgrove Sport. I mean, they're called Sporting. Of course, they're not going to sneak into the ground. Beerith's in again here, and Beerith scores again, and that's a lovely finish from Beerith. Puts us 2-0 up. Right, hold on. One more thing about the ground, and then I'll stop, I promise. If you pay to get in and stand on the terrace, can you sit on this bench? It's obviously normally seating costs more. It's not traditional football seating, but there is a bench there. Are you allowed to sit on that for the price of a terracing ticket? Let me know down in the comments. Beerith's in, and it was a lovely finish, 2-0, and we are looking good, boys and girls. We've got a good team together here. It's really, as it has been since the start, really a race against time to see if we can get high enough up the league structure to be able to afford the youth system before it gets downgraded so far that it becomes useless. Because, of course, it's all well and good getting these really good players now and getting these promotions early now. But if by the time we get to the championship, we're down to a level 4 youth system with terrible facilities because we couldn't afford to maintain them, then we're ruined, because that's our only source of players, really. You're not going to get many under 18-year-olds that you can sign in the championship. It's you can pretty much fill a good team with Premier League cast-offs at this level. You can't do it higher up the pyramid. This save is going to get harder and harder the further into it we get, because likewise, winning the championship without being able to buy players over 18. If we don't have the best youth system in the world and some decent scouts in like the Netherlands and Croatia and Brazil and all these places where the wonder kids come from, so we can bring them in as young as possible, 18 maximum though, we're going to be ruined. We're never going to win anything. So we've got to get up these leagues quick, which is why this bodes so well. The Bromsgrove manager's probably sat there on his bench listening to me talk about our mission to win the Champions League. I know he's beating me today. But my word, does he sound like a crazy... He's talking about winning the Champions League. He's playing Bromsgrove. The man needs a reality check. Right, triple substitution in midfield and right back. Actually, Liss has come on to play at right back. Probably misses his brother, who left in the summer. That's a lovely finish from Slam Dunk. He's hit that really hard. He's brilliant. I love Slam Dunk. He's 28 years old now, I think. And I am already earmarking Slam Dunk for a behind-the-scenes role when his playing career ends, because how could you not keep him around? He's been an inspiration for us during these first couple of seasons, and I want him to be a youth team coach for us. all the 14-year-olds will be taller than him. It'll be great. Right, Mir heads forward to Pritchard, who, look how deep he drops in this target man role, and he just plays it so comfortably. Everything goes for it. He plays almost like a deep lying playmaker, but a big un who can win the ball in the air as well. I really like Pritchard. Signing of the save so far, I reckon, Pritchard. To get him at 16 was mad. Van der Laan, ball over the top, looking for Slam Dunk. Even Slam Dunk can't get there this time. But yeah, I am definitely member number one of the Pritchard fan club. Van der Laan playing it forward to Slam Dunk, over the top again. Couldn't get the crossover, but it falls to Van der Laan, who is very much turning into a good midfielder. And look at that again from Pritchard. Oh my word, I love him. And he gets the goal from the loose ball afterwards as well. But he's got no right to win the headers that he wins, other than the fact he's 6'5" and just keeps winning them. But this is great from him again. And the way his flick-ons are so well directioned, that's perfectly into the path of Beereth. It's a brilliant through ball as a flick-on header, and the ball bounces to him and he can finish as well. 13 goals for the season for him. And we're 16 games in and we've got a 27 goal strike partnership with a 12 goal striker on the bench. We're good at the goals around these parts. 4-0 to home. It was never in doubt, boys and girls. Lovely stuff. And we continue on in our march up the league table, and hopefully our march into the FA Cup first round proper, which is probably what I'll show you next if we get there. I know we're not there yet, but that's probably going to be the next really interesting thing to see. So we'll keep an eye on the cups. If we don't get any further in the cups, if we get knocked out of those, I'll probably get a chunk of games played, because as much fun as it is to be top of the league and winning, you don't need to see 10 of our 30 games. Why is there only 21 teams in this league? You don't need to see 10 of our 38 games this year. If we're winning them all 4 or 5-0, you could get by with seeing 6 or 7 of them. So we'll do a chunk of games. If things start to go wrong, I'll show you them. Otherwise, we'll focus in on the cups and hopefully win the league again, which would be like 13 games in a row. Beautiful. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.